Cancer patients don't stop because they're tired, and for one night, neither do we. When somebody is diagnosed with cancer, their whole life stops. Feelings and emotions run through their head. They're thinking, what's next for me? Am I going to die? This is a roller coaster they go on. And like the first part of my quote where I said cancer patients don't stop because they're tired, that is because cancer is 24/7, 365, until the disease is gone. Other than that, there's no other choice for them. And for one night, neither do we. Neither do we because the National Cancer Society puts on their leading fundraiser event, Relay for Life, throughout the country and the world each year. I've had the pleasure of attending this event 4 times all the way through. Now, when I mean all the way through, it's a 24-hour event. It's a 24-hour event, and you hear the name Relay because you're in a team. You're switching off throughout the night, walking. You're walking around a track for cancer. In addition to that, for the past 10 years, I've also been lucky enough to work their survivor dinner, as well as helping tear and set down for this event. Today, I want to talk about a few things. First thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about cancer in general. The next thing I want to talk about is what we can do, because this problem can be solved. Last thing I want to talk about is what Relay for Life can do for those and for yourself. So cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, cancer is a disease in which abnormal cells divide without control and invade nearby tissue. This can also extend to other areas of the body. It's genetic. If somebody in your family has it, there's a good chance that you can get it too. Cancer can also be aided by other factors, such as too much exposure to the sun and use of tobacco. That's just a couple. According to Everyday Online Health, it's a blog, in 2012 they said the most common forms of cancer were skin, lung, breast, prostate, and colon. In addition to those types of cancers and cancer in general, there has to be a treatment. Now, you can have a surgery. Surgeries can also lead to their own complications, but sometimes it can get the cancer out. Other things like radiation and most infamously chemotherapy is just something that cancer patients will have to go through. An important statistic to know, in 2016, the National Cancer Society reported that 500,000 people, one more time, 500,000 people died from cancer last year. Where I'm from, Forsyth is in Macon County. There are 100,000 people who live there. Times that by 5. And if you've ever been to Decatur, which is in Macon County, similar to Champaign, that's a lot of people who lose their life in 1 year. Lastly, the same people said that in Illinois alone, 65,000 new cases of cancer were discovered in patients last year. Cancer's terrible, there's no doubt. I don't have to say it anymore. But there is a solution. It's a solution with giving your money and giving your time to Relay for Life. Giving money to Relay for Life is as easy as if we all were a team. We all give $5, $10, and before you know it, we can make $1,000. That goes directly to cancer research, to cancer patients in your town or area where Relay for Life is held. Also, you can give your time. Like I gave my time in Macon County to the Survivor's Dinner. The Survivor's Dinner is something that is hard to explain. It's hard to explain because you see lots of people who are going through a struggle much harder than yours, but they smile probably more than any of us do because of that support that you give them. It's something unmatched. When it comes to Relay for Life, there are a couple other things that I find very important when it comes to the support. Is when it becomes dark, all around the track there are candles. They're in buckets, they're luminaries. They support the people who have passed away from cancer. And what really gets to you the most in your heart is that it's dead silent for that time while we honor those. Lastly, after the 24 hours is concluded and you're tired and you're sweaty and you've been going through this event, you can look at yourself and you can think, this is a simulated day for a cancer patient. So I've told you about cancer. I've told you about how we can eliminate cancer. We can find a solution. And I told you what Relay for Life is about. Cancer is feared. There's no doubt about that. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but with your continued support, we can put an end to the narrative that cancer has of defeat. Join the Relay for Life. Thank you.